Hello, this is Joyce Banbury with Thrift and Pick Country Style and Thrift and Pick for Profit. I'm bringing you a little PowerPoint video today because I'd like to share with you how to find calm in the storm of your life and search for a little peace in all the things that might be created from owning your own business and from sitting at a computer all day and finding a little bit too much stress that you just really don't want. So here we go. I don't like things very complicated, so this is just a 30-minute miracle that's going to help you find a lot of peace and a lot of happiness in your life. Plus make you a lot healthier too. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? I think so. There are two events. Well, there's lots of events. But for this purpose, there's two events that shape your life. And it happens in the first 18 months. And that sets the stage for all the important accomplishments you will have. Whether you're successful, whether you're not, whether you're happy, whether you're not, doesn't really matter. These two events come first, and they shape the future for you. What are they, you ask? Okay, I'll tell you. You're going to say your first words. Mama, Dada, bye-bye. What's up, babe? Oh, well, maybe not that at this point of your life. But anyway, the idea is that you will be communicating all your thoughts and wishes, and this is where you start. And the verbal communication is important, but even more so, learning to communicate your feelings and your thoughts and your ideas is even more important. And you're going to take your first steps. Okay, I can do this. 1 foot forward. Yay! Now the other one. Oh, good. I'm good. To everywhere you want to go. And it's important to remember that all accomplishment starts with one step at a time. And you have to walk before you can run. But with all that communication and taking your first step, as we grow up, we worry. I mean, it gets to be a part of our life. We worry about bills. We worry about poor health. We worry about being stressed, being busy, whatever, We create worries because they don't always come our way very happily. There's the worry about being too thin or too fat. Is anyone ever just right? More stress, more disease. Oh, well, that's one we don't want to talk about. Taxes. Oh, yeah, the government has to get his nickel's worth, doesn't he? Family problems. My kids are driving me nuts. They're sick all the time. No, they're not sick all the time. They're too busy. Whatever. The boss. Well, if you're your own boss, because you work at home, then you have to look in the mirror to find the solutions, don't you? School. Not your school. Maybe the kids' school. Who knows? Something to worry about. Love? Oh, yeah. Or lack of it. Or who will win the ball game. Doesn't really matter. We just find every conceivable thing we can to worry about. Not very healthy, is it? And poor Joe, he's completely worn out thinking about all that stress and all those problems. He doesn't even know what to do about it. Besides, he says, I ate too much and I'm pooped out. Well, I can't blame him. I am that way sometimes too, aren't you? He's just worn out thinking about it, and he says, I think I'll take a nap. Uh-oh, not sure that's the best way to solve his problems, but let's see. Are you sitting yourself to death? Are you just lollygagging in front of the computer and getting out occasionally and doing your token fresh air, on the front porch and then back into your computer or in front of the TV or whatever? Or maybe you're going a mile a minute without the time to do anything for yourself. What do you think? Are you? but there's hope. Woohoo! Let's change it. Let's smile more, love better, live happier. Smell the rain-soaked grass on a sunny day and watch rabbits propagate in the field while you are thrilled to breathe in the fragrance of yellow daffodils nestled amongst blades of emerald green grass. Oh well, there's a poet in all of us, so you'll have to forgive me for this little poetic interlude. Would you think so? I don't know. Now on to the real stuff. And now we're on to the good stuff. The 30-minute miracle is walking 30 minutes a day, 5 to 7 days a week. That's all. You don't have to do anything else, just that. And the Surgeon General says, low-impact exercise is the best long-term solution for good physical, mental, and spiritual health. Imagine that. 30 minutes a day, and you don't even have to do it every day. 5 to 7 days a week if you want to, and you can do it at your own pace. And it's easy. We all know exercise keeps you healthy. You live longer and more joyful lives, but did you know that it only takes 30 minutes a day, 5 to 7 days a week, and it will reduce the risk of heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, colon cancer, osteoporosis, Alzheimer's, and the biggie for the emotional side, depression. We're going to think about this now. It's not hard. Wow, that's really exciting. But did you know there's even more? Walking will control weight. It'll build and maintain healthy bones and muscles and joints. It will promote psychological well-being and actually reduce that stress. And it also will reduce the feelings of anxiety and depression. It'll increase your stamina, which in turn improves your love life. You think so? It makes you sexier. Well, look at it this way. When you feel good and you look good and you've got a joy of life in you, you're always going to be sexier. So now it's time. And walking will put a smile in your heart, a smile in your spirit, and let you rejoice in the pure love of life. Don't believe me? Just wait. And there is a solution. And it's not a difficult one. It's really quite simple. Joe says, let your walking set you free. And boy, I'm telling you, it feels good. You know, I don't like things complicated, do you? I like things to be simple. I like simple solutions with big rewards. So let's start at the beginning and do it right in this 30-minute miracle. 30 minutes a day, 5 to 7 days a week, 3 to 4 miles per hour. I'm going to repeat that. 30 minutes a day, 5 to 7 days a week, 3 to 4 miles per hour. Get that in your mind and keep it there, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. How are you going to do this? I mean, don't you need them weights on your arms and pumping your arms as you go and all? No, you don't need those things. Stand up straight and let your legs do the work. Jasmine's going to tell you how. Stand tall and straight, square your shoulders, roll them back 3 times and let them rest in place. Tuck in your behind and suck in your tummy. Stride a natural gait. Don't force it. Head directly in line with your torso. Hands loose at the sides, or you can bend them at the elbow if it makes you feel a little bit more like you're doing your exercise properly. Heel to toe movement of feet. Avoid walking on the pads or heels of your feet. Go heel to toe. Drink plenty of water, mild stretch or walk slow for the first couple of blocks. How's that for simple? Doesn't get any simpler than that. Well, after you've done it once or twice, it just becomes automatic. This is really exciting, don't you think? I mean, it's so simple. Travel light and enjoy the trip. Warm up by just stretching for a couple of minutes, or take the first couple of blocks slower. You go pick up your pace naturally. Make sure you wear good shoes with arch supports and keep them laced firmly, but not too tight. You don't want your feet wobbling around inside your shoes. Hat or cap for sun protection, but always summer, winter, spring, or fall sunscreen. And good thoughts. Now let me tell you a little bit about how to make this really work for your spirit. When you go out that door, lots of times you have baggage. You're angry, you're upset, you got problems. Doesn't really matter. Vent. For the first half of your trip, give it up. Vent out loud to yourself, whatever. That's what I do, and I hope there isn't anybody within listening distance because sometimes I vent pretty strong. But once you reach that halfway mark, give it up. Say, okay, this is where I let go of all this and go on with my life. In the second half of your trip, think positive thoughts, think solutions, just enjoy the ambiance of being out and looking at the environment around you. But give it all up. Let go of it so that when you walk back in your door, you feel quiet and serene and peaceful and like you've really accomplished something. Now watch your surfaces. Try to avoid concrete if you can. If you can get on a dirt road or blacktop or brick road, that's far superior for walking on your joints and your feet. So just avoid concrete or get exceptionally good shoes. Told you it was simple, didn't I? And simple is the name of the game. But more importantly, it's fun. It's nice knowing you're doing something just for yourself. Something that will really impact your entire life and your entire future. Take a friend and enjoy the view. Or if you're like me, it's my time for myself. It's my time to work through whatever I need to and to find some kind of peace and serenity in my spirit. Because I have to tell you, I don't like stress. I think stress is a real killer in a person's life. So I'll do just about anything I can to get rid of it. And this is one of the simplest ways to do it that I know of. That's it. That's all there is to it. 30 minutes a day, 5 to 7 days a week gives you the miracle of a much more productive life. And even Jazz and Joe know this. They say, let's go. Come on, people, let's do it. It's time to set your spirit free for a healthy, happy, spiritual lifestyle that will benefit everything you do for the rest of your life. Come on, let's go. Start your 30-minute miracle with me today. I'm walking out the door. Come along with me for the ride. For the walk. Bye now.